Cyphotilapia frontosa is a coveted African cichlid in the aquarium trade. It's not hard to see why. Not only do they have that fat hump on their head, which gets bigger with age, but these fish also develop prominent fins, as well, so you can keep one for yourself, or add them into your tank if it isn't already full of different kinds of aquatic life. What could be more interesting than an unexpected addition? Frontosa cichlids are typically 35 centimeters long and have a deep, or compressed body shape. They are characterized by their black vertical stripes that run along each side, as well as an impressive hump on the males' heads, which can grow more prominent in comparison to those found among females of similar age groups. Frontosas also boast sharp canine teeth with thick bases, the type commonly seen only amongst predators, who eat other fish much smaller than themselves. View post: How to care for Frontosa cichlids. Frontosa cichlids are one of the more rare and sought-after fish in aquariums. They are not only powerful, but they have an endearing nature that engages when you get used to owning them. These Frontoses demand high prices, because their personalities make it so hard for wild ones, which can be harvested, to escape capture or death at human hands. Frontosa cichlid natural habitat: the wild populations of Frontosa cichlids are only found in Lake Tanganyika. It is a more widespread fish, with cousin species prevalent throughout the northern portion and southern regions respectively. However, there's one special detail that sets them apart from other deep-water cleaner fishes. You need specific skills to catch these exquisite-looking creatures. See more. The Frontosa cichlid is a large, territorial fish that lives in lakes across Africa. It's not uncommon for these creatures to defend their territories from other shoals of similar species when they feel threatened, or if there are competing food sources nearby, which can happen at any time. Unlike many cave-dwelling African cichlids, this one spends most its life on land as well, because it likes living among humans so much, but still prefers deep water where visibility isn't an issue, plus plenty more prey items await below ground level. Frontosa cichlid fish tank requirements: Frontosa cichlids are among the biggest African freshwater fish. Males can reach up to 15 inches in size, while females average between 8 to 10-inch measurements, making them an excellent choice for any aquarium with room at their disposal. Make sure you provide these big guys enough space by providing a thick layer of sand or fine gravel, as well various climbing items like plants and branches, so they don't feel lonely when it comes time share living quarters and meals. Tank size: while it may seem like the Frontosa cichlid is an exotic fish that only lives in large tanks, with proper care and cabinet space they can easily thrive. These peaceful predators require at least 125 gallons of water per each individual animal, 8 to 12, but if you want them around for 20 years, or more, then 200-gallon aquariums make sense best. Substrate: you can create a sandy bottom in the tank, or use fine substrate. The pH level of your water will stay high with aragonite sand and crushed coral, but if you want to make sure that it doesn't get too acidic for any reason, then try using an augmented base like concrete chips instead. Plants and decoration: the Frontosa cichlid is not a plant eater, but there are some varieties that can live under similar conditions and grow into beautiful fish. You could add artificial or natural plants to your aquarium for variety. Anubias will work just fine in any water type with suitable parameters. Frontosa cichlids are fish that need a lot of space and a pull around with plenty to explore. They also like it firm on the bottom so they don't get clumsily, or you can use tubes for additional crevices in order to create an enclosure tailored just right. Frontosa cichlid water conditions: Lake Tanganyika is a place where fish can thrive in perfect conditions. The pH of the water ranges from 9 to 11, making it alkaline and very hard, with 12 to 14 dgH dissolved gravity. There are vast differences between channels on either side, so different types may prefer one side over another due to varying environments. However, these creatures aren't well suited for fluctuating aquariums since they need stable parameters, such as 72 degrees Fahrenheit, or 86 degrees Fahrenheit temperature fluctuations throughout their lifetime, which isn't always possible if you own more than one creature at once. Hard water is not always easy to come by. But if you're lucky enough, live near Lake Tanganyika, or have access those pre-packaged mixes that include it, then all your problems are solved. You can use salt in the aquarium for greater hardness levels, and also pair an under-gravel filter with a canister filtration system where chemicals made from coral sand will be passed through on their way out. Lake Tanganyika, famous for its rich oxygen levels and high-quality fish stock, is also very sensitive to changes in water quality. You may need air stones or other methods of increasing aeration depending on your specific setup, but it's important not only monitor nitrate levels with this particular type, as they can easily become toxic if too much accumulation takes place when keeping Frontosa cichlids. Make sure you know what kind of maintenance involves before setting up an aquarium full. Medium or high care will be required, so keep 10% to 20% weekly partial changings. Your Frontosa cichlid needs small and infrequent water changes to stay healthy. You should make sure that you're constantly monitoring your aquarium for any signs of problem, like ammonia or nitrate buildup. This can be caused by too many large tank chores, such as changing all the cover freshwater. If it seems necessary, after analyzing parameters closely, then consider making 10 to 15% smaller alterations every other day instead, so they don't get out of control. The procedure will help in normalizing water parameters and make the aquarium more stable. This means that these fish need conditions similar to what they are used to, which helps keep them feeling comfortable within their environment. Frontosa cichlid diet and feeding schedule. The wild Frontosa cichlids are not just predators. They will feed on anything that moves in their habitat, from small fish and shellfish up to crustaceans. These bulky telescoping tablets come out at night when it's easiest for them to catch some prey. But even though they are slow hunters by nature these days, especially compared with how fast most of us can swim, every now and again you'll find one sporting an impressive array of teeth ranging right into the aquariums, where we keep all those delicate mollusks. These fish have a special diet. They eat another type of cichlid, the Cyphotilapia. The strange-looking ones spend most their time swimming near or at bottom in lakes, but they wait until evening hours to pounce on them, so it's not too easy for your average-sized aquarium owner. These fish will demand high quantities of protein in the form of pellets, flakes and live feeds. You can provide krill, shrimp, pilchard mices while feeder fish is recommended, but this cichlid isn't very good at hunting, so it may end up living next door instead. Frontosa cichlid tank mates. The Frontosa is a great choice for beginners because it can be kept in small tanks with other peaceful species. It thrives on colonies and will not aggress any individual unless they are provably the same gender, or velvet blues, so long as you keep them hidden from view. The males may become territorial towards one another, but this doesn't mean there's trouble ahead. 8 to 12 fish should work well provided everyone has plenty of hiding spots available, and if not, then your luck might run out fast. This slow eater does best when paired up nicely against its more speedy counterparts, like Cyphotilapia, which make tasty meal. Some aquarists have had success keeping the Frontosa cichlids with some Malawi fish. Frontosa cichlid breeding. To breed the Frontosa, you will need a group of 10 to 12 juvenile fish. This slow-growing species can take up to 4 years before they are sexually mature and ready for breeding. The female is an egg depositor, which means that she mostly lays her eggs on topsoil or sandstone rocks in your aquarium. Make sure there's plenty hiding spots, like caves around, so he doesn't feel threatened when mating time comes around, which male fishes do sooner rather than later. Your pH level should stay between 7-8, with temperatures ranging from 77 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit during this process. The breeding process of the male and female Frontosa cichlid is quite different. The fish do not touch during this time, but it's possible for them to fertilize 50 eggs in 3 to 5 days. After that they'll hatch into adorable little fry, who will be taken care by their mommy until 4 weeks have passed, at which point you can start feeding your new residents brine shrimp, or other feeder insects, such as Artemia nauplii. Conclusion: the Frontosa cichlid is a unique African fish that can be found in Lake Tanganyika. They have an elongated head with 2 distinct saddles on it, one at either end of their long body plan form. This makes them easily recognizable among other species, when looking for similar colored animals near each other on shoals or reserves, unlike some more generic-looking counterparts. The best way to keep these guys would seem like any standard aquarium fare: provide stable water conditions and ensure low nitrate levels so they don't get overweight.